There is one little silver lining here, which is the Biden administration was just asked to clarify its stance on the draft. You know, the libs are pushing to draft women, though that remains controversial. As of now, the men have to sign up for the draft. But what about the trans women? What about, you know, the men, they're men, but then now they identify as women. And the Biden administration insists that they really are women. And the Biden administration insists that these people who are totally women really need to be allowed to serve in the military. So, okay, but what about the draft? Women are not drafted at the moment. Do the men who identify as women have to sign up for the draft? Because the answer to that question is going to tell us what they really believe about transgenderism. And I am somewhat relieved to say that the Biden administration knows that these people are not actually women. Biden administration says, this is the new guidance on requirements for selective service, U.S. citizens or immigrants who are born male and changed their gender to female are still required to register. Individuals who are born female and changed their gender to male are not required to register. So there it is. Now you might say this is hypocritical, this is incoherent, sure. But as La Rochefoucauld points out, hypocrisy is the tribute vice pays to virtue. And the Biden administration is admitting here, for all their claptrap talk about the transgender women are women, and we need these hulking men in leotards need to be able to swim on the girls' swim team, and they need to be able to use the bathroom and the locker rooms with the girls. But for all that crap, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to brass tacks, they do know that these men are not actually women. They know it. They're just deceiving everybody, and they're trying to even deceive themselves. I think also Biden is realizing he's gone too far. He looks at the polls, and yes, the rule of the liberal establishment does not rely entirely or even largely on public opinion, but public opinion still plays some role. The opinion of the people still has influence over the kind of government that we're going to have, at least to some degree. And I think Biden's looking at it and he says, man, we've gone way too far. I'm very, very unpopular. I'm underwater on every single issue. And so now Biden is really focusing in, as we're less than a month out from the midterm elections, he's focusing in on two words.
Let me start off with two words. Made in America. Made in America.
Two words. That's right. I've just got one word for you. Madonna is a lesbian. I've just got three words. My name is Michael Knowles, and this is The Michael Knowles Show. I've got two words, made in America. Everyone is focusing in on Biden's senility and his inability to count or speak, which is very funny. Biden gaffes are always very, very funny. To me, the more interesting thing about this clip, though, is what it seems to signal about Biden's political views, or at the very least of the political views of the administration that wrote that line. Made in America. Is this the same Joe Biden who said a rising China is great for everybody? Is this the same Joe Biden of the same Democratic Party that's all in favor of shipping our jobs overseas and not protecting American manufacturing and regularly mocking, actually, the people who've worked in American manufacturing and said, well, they just got to learn to code. Yeah, those people whose jobs were shipping overseas or shipping down to Mexico, yeah, they're just dumb idiots. You know, they should have gotten a degree in coding or journalism. They should get a blue check mark on Twitter. They're dumb idiots, you know. Forget about made in America. Who cares? Make everything overseas and then it'll be a little bit cheaper. And that'll somehow even out. That'll somehow, is that the same guy? Because it sounds to me like when Joe Biden says we've got a made in America agenda, it sounds like he's kind of channeling the America First movement, or the Make America Great Again movement. It sounds to me like he's kind of channeling Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the first major politician, certainly presidential candidate in many years, who put a focus on bringing manufacturing back to America in either party. And now what's most interesting to me about this clip is that Joe Biden realizes if he wants to be more popular going into the midterm elections and going into the general in 2024, he's got to be more like Trump. It's an admission, and it's why I tell you, do not lose heart. Do not think that all your views Oh, you're pro-life. You support marriage as it's been understood for all of human history. You like your borders and your American flag and your apple pie and your hot dogs on the 4th of July, and you like Christopher Columbus, and you don't think that 65-year-old pop singers should just become lesbians all of a sudden. And but your views, they're outdated. No one shares your views. You're an old fogey. You're an artifact. They're just waiting for you to die. I'm just telling you. Your views are much more popular. Your views are not dead. The thing about the tradition is that it's not some old, dusty, dead thing from the past. It's the most vibrant thing that we have in the present because it has endured so much struggle, so many new fashions through history, and it has endured because it is strong. And your views are strong. And it's not just me telling you that. The President of the United States, in honest moments, the Democratic Party, in their honest moments, they know that you're right too, and they know that those views resonate as well. Stick by them. The rest of the show is continuing now. You do not want to miss it. Okay, I'm bringing on the man that I'm playing in fantasy football this week. That would be Jake Crane of Crane & Company. I made the huge mistake of allowing my producer Ben Davies to choose my fantasy football team, which is why I think I'm in dead last right now. So for some reason, I'm still making another bet on whether I'll win this week. I'm assuming I'll probably lose this one. Last time I lost, I had to electrocute myself on camera. Who knows what we'll do this time? Be sure to head on over there. The member block begins right now.